Hey, what's going on, YouTube family? I know, before you start dragging me in the comments down below, I know I've been gone for like a week and a half to 2 weeks, but I have a good excuse. I was back home visiting my family in the Bronx. My cousin, she's pregnant and she's having a baby in September, so I had to go back and home, visit my family, go support her. So big shout out to my cousin. I'm so happy that she'll be having a baby boy in September. But please remember to slash that like button and annihilate that subscribe button and hit that post notification bell. Also leave me comments down below. But I think I've talked enough, so let's just jump straight into these videos. Let's go!
They call me Megatron. Shorty's a mega con. It ain't a
I like this beat. I like how it's starting off musically.
Buckle that fool, he's fucking with me if he's fucking with you. Blood to my bones, to my chromosomes. Got 244, so I'm not home alone. Push a pencil like a stone on a Saturday night. I choke a hole from my toe like I'm grabbing the mic.
Ooh, come on.
They bought me a used dirt bike. A year later, it was used to serve white. Get a bird on top of us, punk ass officers. Mad cause my closet full of guns and vodkas. Rocking up duckies for fiends and junkies. Got more cheese than Chucky's and get my weed from Uglies. It's all lovely, just by the pit bull puppy that's guaranteed to make me a shit full of money. Man, I just couldn't study in school, I was nervous, so I left. I can't even write in cursive. What do you see, your mother?
I want to pause it real quickly because I want to sit here and talk about how I love how SPM came on this track. It was very reminiscent of how you would sit there and have somebody, like, if they were coming to like read you like a story, like if somebody's telling you about their life, they're sitting there like, gather around, let me tell you about my life, let me tell you about my hood, let me tell you about the things that I've experienced and I have gone through. I really like how he came on his track, just within the tone and the fluctuation of his voice and the cadence and the musicality. It was very reminiscent of him wanting to get his point across and telling a story. And I like that because it made it that much more captivating, if that makes sense. Let's jump back into this.
And junkies, got more cheese than Chucky's and get my weed from Uglies. It's all lovely, just by the pit bull puppy that's guaranteed to make me a shit full of money. Man, I just couldn't study in school, I was nervous, so I left. I can't even write in cursive. What do you see, your mother? I see gangsters everywhere, everywhere. What do you see, your mother? I see gangsters everywhere.
I like this because it showcases his versatility.
and I'm going live, liver than the rest. I told my mom while I'm live, take it as a test. Up in Gaza West, smoking on a skinny square. 3 more and I believe I can get me there. I'll be home soon, I promise that. I'll be tripping cause now they say my title rap. 7 years old, they say she real cold. She my motherfucking life, for real though. Lord knows that he got me here for a reason. What it is, I don't know, but your boy breathing. They didn't kill me.
And I like that part because it was very reminiscent of like almost as if he was speaking to the Lord and he was speaking outside himself, and it was almost like if I so to speak like a prayer almost. That's the type of energy I was getting from it. I like that. And I love that chorus because that chorus showcases his versatility, because he's showcasing his vocal ability and he's showcasing his range as an artist. And I think that that's very clever to captivate many audiences. Let me take it back a little bit.
I promise that I'll be tripping cause now they say my title rap. 7 years old, they say she real cold. She my motherfucking life, for real though. Lord knows that he got me here for a reason. What it is, I don't know, but your boy breathing. They didn't kill me, so now them hoes gotta feel me. I've been slanging since I got kicked out of Milby. Last 10 years, been a cold jungle. In the streets selling dope to my own uncle. Going thug, they gon' hate me till I'm bagged up. In my casket, I'll probably still be handcuffed. What do you see in my hood? I see gangsters everywhere, everywhere. What do you see in my hood? I see gangsters everywhere, everywhere. I come from the slums, Southside Houston. Changed to Screwston the day school moved on.
Come on.
Wish I could hug and kiss him. He was asking for help, but no one would listen. Reminiscing, acting like a fool at Roxy. Jealous niggas looking but refused to box me.
Oh, come on.
I would jump on stage and flow and holler, fuck the police and the radio. They can't stop me, but certainly them hoes can try. I started Dope House back when I was smoking fry. In the pen, I just wish I had one made. I swear to God, these hoes hate to see us paid. Just made big spread with roast beef. Got my boy pulling meat out his gold teeth. On the mic, I destroy any earthling. My new song called Pussy Meat and Burger King.
Oh, come on. He snapped on that part.
I see gangsters everywhere, everywhere. What do you see in my hood? I see gangsters everywhere, everywhere.
I love the beat choice because this beat choice allows you to bring kids into this song. It's very kid friendly. This beat, it sounds like a xylophone. Like it sounds like almost like a xylophone, like you know from Rugrats, when the Rugrats and they're like do 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 do. That's what it sounds like at the beginning. And then it sounds like a triangle also. I like that. That was cool. That was very cool. I like that.
If I was black, probably wouldn't with anyone.
Okay, so I quickly want to talk about SPM In My Hood. What I love about this song is I love the versatility that SPM showcased within this track. I love how not only did he go hard hitting with his verses, but then he also toned it down and showed like a vulnerable and like a softer side by giving vocal ability where he didn't have like a female presence, but he used his own male presence to showcase that he can have like a softer side and a more vulnerable side and like a more closeness and more connectedness with people who are actually listening. And I also like the beat choice that SPM chose to go with this beat, because with this track, because he's able to connect more with kids, because it's called In My Hood, and I felt like he was trying to tell like the younger generation basically a story about his life and the things that he has encountered and the things that he had to go through growing up in Houston, Texas, and just growing up in a hood in an inner city. And I love that about this track, especially because of the musicality, because it sounded like there was like a xylophone being played, like there was a triangle being played. It just gave like this track like so many different dimensions, and it gave it so much versatility. You were able to sit there and be sucked right into it, and I felt like it was like almost like you were sitting around a campfire, and somebody was sitting there telling you, like you had somebody sitting there telling you a story about their life and in a reflective state. I also like that part where he was speaking about the Lord, because it almost seemed like he was like, he stepped outside of himself and almost like did like a kneel down, so to speak, and almost did like that section was like almost like a prayer, if that makes sense. I like that. I loved everything about it. I loved that he was able to showcase his versatility. I love that he was able to showcase his vocal ability without having the female presence, because normally a lot of the tracks that I sat there and reacted to, he had a female presence to sit there and showcase that softer side and that more vulnerable side of his tracks. But he allowed himself to be more of a person who would like a conundrum of being able to sit there and put himself in the forefront and showcase his vulnerability, but also still staying true to himself and his masculinity, and showing that, yeah, I can be hard hitting and still be that gangster, but still show that softer side of myself and just give you vocal ability and raw talent. And I greatly appreciated that from this track. I definitely like this. I'm gonna definitely rate this a 9 out of 10. I think I love the direction that SPM went with In My Hood, and it was and the fact that I love it is because of the storytelling capability of it, and also because of his flow and the way that he was able to showcase his flow, and also how he was able to sit there and showcase his vulnerable and softer side, to be able to sit there and showcase not only a hard-hitting hood side, but also showcase that he can sit there and showcase that softer side, if that makes sense. I definitely was feeling this. I think he did an amazing job, and like I said, I've never been let down with an SPM track. So let me know in the comments below what you thought of SPM with In My Hood. And with that being said, please remember to be safe out there. Remember to stay awesome, be awesome, because you guys are all awesome. This is your boy Mark, and I'm signing off. Deuces. Peace.
They call me Megatron. Shorty's a mega con. It ain't about the race either. It's the marathon.